Hey, music junkies. Professor of Rock, always here to celebrate the greatest artists and the greatest songs of all time. If you are a fellow music connoisseur, music is your passion, you're going to want to join our community by subscribing below to our channel that includes our daily content. Also, become a patron. Your support will help us to curate at a very high level so we can continue to tell the great stories of these songs and artists. Now, today we go behind the 90s classic, Father of Mine, with Art Alexakis, the lead singer and songwriter from Everclear. Father of Mine was the third top 5 modern rock track single from So Much for the Afterglow. It peaked at number 4. It also hit number 23 and number 24 on the adult top 40 and mainstream top 40 charts in late 98 and early 99. Here's Art with the story.
Father of mine, tell me, where have you been? Just close my eyes, my whole world disappeared.
That was a song I started writing about because I grew up without my dad around. He left when I was 6, and I'd seen him like 2 or 3 times here and there. Lived with him for a couple of months as a teenager, but never really connected with him, and because he just wasn't there. I just didn't really care, or didn't know how to show how he cared. I was raised by my mom and very grateful for it. After having a kid, it really kind of cuts all the bullshit out of the way about, like, how can someone walk away from your child?
I know.
Really? How do you do that?
I know.
I don't know how to do that. I'm so in love with my children. And not that I don't make mistakes, but a friend of mine said, Art, you care, you try. Most dads don't even try, even to this day. And I wanted to write a song about that, from that, you know, going through a lot of therapy and drugs and all that stuff. And I had learned to realize that that 6-year-old whose dad left is still there. It's funny, I wrote the first verse of that song and first chorus, and I was in LA, and there was a guitar, and I picked it up and I played it for my A&R guy's assistant. And by the end of that song, she's bawling, like not crying, like bawling. And she had a great relationship with her dad. So I finished that song. We recorded it. It came out pretty great. And when I turned in the album, you know, my A&R guy's like, well, there's so many different singles on this record, but this song right here, I don't know if it should be a single or not. And I'm like, I don't either. It's people are either going to love it or they're going to hate it. And I don't know. But when people started buying the record and people started doing reviews, they talked about that song.
Oh yeah,
so,
the music video is especially powerful.
Well, that's funny. When I went to make the video, I originally wanted to do the video myself, which the label didn't let me do. And so I said, okay, I want one of these 2 directors. Paul Hunter and Spike, who did, they're black guys that did hip hop videos. They're like, well, they're not going to want to do your video, and you need to do this with these guys. And I'm like, I don't want to do it with those guys. I want these guys get what the song's about. And Spike couldn't do it. He wanted to do it. And Paul Hunter's like, I'm going to move stuff around. I'm going to do this. And we wrote the treatment together. And he actually went to the projects where I grew up. And he told the story, man. And it just was pretty awesome.
It's interesting that you bring that up when you have your own children, because I have 4 children, but it healed me. It has healed me from the wounds that I had. You're right. Like, how could you treat another person like, because of the love that you feel for those kids?
Well, I just don't understand abandoning people. I mean, I don't know if you watch kids' movies. If you got kids, I'm sure you do.
Of course.
Whether you like it or not. Yeah. But there's a Disney movie called Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one line in it that every time I hear it, I start crying.
This is my family. I found it all on my own. It's little and broken, but still good. Yeah, still good.
They're small and broken, but still good. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Oh, yeah.
even now I'm tearing up.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love being able to learn from it and heal.
Yeah.
You know, I learn all the time from being a father. I'm a father the second time around, 15 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't plan on it, but love it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Leave us a comment about Everclear and this classic 90s hit, such a heartfelt song. Click on the playlist below to hear the song, to get it on vinyl, and to get the shirt of the day or any Everclear merch. Click on our link in our description. If you like our content, subscribe, become a patron, help us keep the music alive. Until next time, 3 chords and the truth, my friends.